Hello, YouTube. So, what is hypnosis? How can it help? There's a lot of debate and confusion about what hypnosis is and how it works. So, in this live video, I want to give you all the explanations I know of for what hypnosis is and why it works. So, the truth of the matter is, no one really knows what hypnosis is or why it works. We just know it does. The first theory or explanation of why hypnosis works is to do with brainwave states. And you have five different brainwave states. There's the beta brainwave state, which is your waking brainwave state, gamma, another waking brainwave state. If you close your eyes, after a couple of minutes, you're automatically starting to relax. Alpha brainwaves, your brainwaves are starting to slow down. The theta brainwave state that's part of the REM sleep cycle. Yeah, in the theta brainwave state when you're dreaming. It's said that children until the age of 7, which is known as the imprint period, are in the theta brainwave state. The features of the theta brainwave state are that it makes it easier to visualize, and it's thought to be a hyper-learning state. As I said, as children, when our neuroplasticity is at its highest, we spend most of our time in that theta brainwave state. So theta is thought to be an ultra-learning state, and when you are in the theta state, it's thought that that's when your neuroplasticity is at its highest. Finally, there is the delta brainwave state. Delta is deep sleep. When you're in the delta brainwave state, that's when you're most relaxed. That's when your body's releasing all kinds of hormones and repairing itself. So, one theory on what hypnosis is that it's the ability to access that theta brainwave state, that hyper learning state. Another theory on what hypnosis is, and I think the simplest explanation, rather than going into all the different brainwave things, is that it's a focused state of attention. You ever driven somewhere, got into your destination, not remembered the journey? That's hypnosis. Been watching TV, zoned out, lost track of time, but wow, where did all that time go? I'm ready for bed. That's hypnosis. So it's a flow state. Again, if you've ever played sports, you get into that flow state. You can sustain a small nick or cut. You don't notice it because you're focused on what you're doing. You're focused on playing the sports. So, regardless of brain waves, hypnosis is a focused state of attention. It does improve your ability to visualize, and your mind can't tell the difference between a real or an imagined event. Just by imagining yourself the way you want to be, you actually create new neural pathways in your brain. The more you imagine yourself that way, the stronger those neural pathways become. Does hypnosis increase suggestibility? Some people say it does, some people say it doesn't. Um, you have your conscious mind and your unconscious or subconscious mind. Another theory is that when you are in the hypnotic state, you're accessing that unconscious or subconscious part of you. And your unconscious is responsible for all the most important changes in your life. It's responsible for the growth of your hair and nails. You're able to change from a baby to a child, from a child to an adult. You did all this unconsciously without thinking about it. And it's said that your unconscious mind takes things literally. So, like children are most susceptible to what's known as negative suggestion. You tell them, don't do something, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to do it because you're giving them a negative suggestion. It's like if I say to you, don't think of a pink airplane, you have to bring the image of a pink airplane into your mind so that you can know what you're not supposed to be thinking about. So your unconscious takes things literally, and it's thought to be more suggestible. Also, its job is to protect you and keep you safe. So if you know you're giving it suggestions that aren't good for the person, your unconscious job is to reject those suggestions. People say you can't be hypnotized to do things you don't want to do. I don't think that is um, actually true. If you put someone in a state of fear, they're going to be highly suggestible. They are going to be quite controllable. So that is, one example. It's not hypnosis, but it is. If you're putting them in a state of fear and getting them focused on a threat, then it is a focused state of attention. And repetition, by repeating suggestions over and over, by getting someone to visualize worst case scenarios over and over again, that is a form of hypnosis. So I think if you had nefarious intentions and enough time, enough authority over a person, I think they could definitely be hypnotized to do things they don't want to do. In a standard therapy session, probably not possible because you don't have that much time, and you don't have that much authority, the same kind of authority as a government would, let's say. So some people say your unconscious hypnosis allows you to be more suggestible. Certainly, language patterns can be used to flip suggestions past what's known as the critical faculty, the thinking part of the mind, into the unconscious part of the mind. Probably, I think, the biggest benefit of hypnosis, the reason hypnosis works, is because, as I said, your mind can't tell the difference between a real or an imagined event. So just by imagining yourself the way you want to be, you create new neural pathways in your brain. Also, by imagining yourself, when we're doing inner child work, imagining yourself connecting with your inner child, making your inner child feel safe, feel secure. Hypnosis can certainly aid that. Having a sip of water, getting thirsty. Secondly, hypnosis can be a very relaxing state. And going back to inner child work, when a child grows up with dysfunction, the emotional part of their brain, the amygdala, increases in size. The thinking part of their brain decreases in size. This makes them more prone to emotional dysregulation. As an adult, it makes them more prone to issues with anxiety, etc. So, by having a regular relaxation practice, by going into hypnosis, you can start to re-regulate that. You can start to shrink the size of the amygdala, increase the size of the thinking part of your brain, making better emotional regulation, less anxiety. The more you take time to relax, the easier it becomes to relax. Second, or thirdly, hypnosis can, because it's a focused state of attention, it's similar to meditation. Um, enables a person to start to externalize thoughts and feelings, to see them as separate from themselves. And what resists not only persists but becomes stronger. So the more you associate with a thought or a feeling, the more attention, the more energy you're giving to that thought or feeling, and you try and suppress it, fight against it, becoming stronger and stronger. So hypnosis enables you to externalize those things. And going back to visualization, because your mind can't tell the difference between a real or an imagined event, you can use visualization in the hypnotic state to allow a person to visualize themselves the way they want to be. This makes hypnosis much more effective than affirmations. Affirmations, with affirmations, you do have that repetition, but you have that critical faculty, you have that conscious mind. You can't be someone you don't perceive yourself to be. So if you're getting affirmations telling you, I'm really confident, you're really strong, your critical faculty, your conscious mind is going to reject them. It's going to say, no, I'm not, I'm really anxious or really weak. So using visualization, we can bypass that. You can start to visualize yourself that way. You can start to become the person that you're visualizing yourself to be. So that is my explanation on what hypnosis is, why it works. Hypnosis is a focused state of attention. It works because your mind can't tell the difference between a real or an imagined event. It makes it very easy to visualize. It makes it very easy to see yourself as the person you want to be. It makes it very easy to bypass the critical faculty, and because it can be very relaxing, it makes it very easy to improve your overall relaxation. The more you take time to relax, the easier it becomes to relax. Um, and I've given that explanation on a new course that is going to be launching soon. So stay tuned for more info on that. If you have any questions, anything you'd like me to do a video on, leave a comment below this video or join my Facebook group, Inner Child Healing, Breaking Free of CPTSD.